We've been talking about the law, Jen, and I want to talk a little bit about the politics. Not that the politics are primary here, because they're not. I think ultimately the law is what matters.
Yeah.
But it's also just inescapably political, because the guy's running for president. He's the ex-president. He's going to make it political.
Yeah.
And you don't get to sort of unilaterally declare what is and isn't political. So from that perspective, I wonder how you think about how the Biden administration handles this, how Democrats handle this, how Republicans in Congress handle this. Like, this isn't Alvin Bragg in Manhattan, who is not part of the Biden administration, and you can heap scorn on him and you can say nasty things about him with all sorts of, pretty gross racist undertones. This is the Justice Department of the United States that Joe Biden is the president of at the moment.
Exactly. I mean, look, I think Trump is clearly, and he already is fundraising off of this or attempting to, and he is clearly going to try to gather the base around him, as he did around the indictment by Alvin Bragg. This case is different for a range of reasons. One of them, just on the pure messaging standpoint, a case where people are trying to communicate publicly and critique about how a former president may have paid hush money to an adult film star is a bit more complicated than this, which is somebody obstructing justice, somebody withholding classified documents, potentially sharing them in a way that could harm our national security. That is different, and we should acknowledge that in terms of how it will be communicated. In terms of the White House, the way that I expect they will handle it, Chris, and I don't think this will be any surprise to anyone on this panel, is, Joe Biden is an institutionalist. He believes in the separation of the branches of government, and I suspect they will be very limited in anything they say about this at all, especially in the short term. Now, over the long term, if there are additional indictments, as Eric Holder just said, as Andrew Weissman has talked about, there are ways to, once you get past the pure politicization period of time or the accusation of that, to talk about kind of the value for our national security, for rule of law, for democracy. And there is a way for Joe Biden to do that on the campaign trail and in speeches. But for now, I expect they will be very quiet. Same with Democrats. The last thing I will say is the difference now, too, is that the Band-Aid has been pulled off in terms of Republicans and prominent Republicans criticizing the president. Chris Christie ripped that Band-Aid off. He will, I haven't seen a statement by him yet, but I'm sure he will do that. And I don't know if other will follow, but that will be an interesting thing to watch.